So you guys, you and Russ, you go to the fireside. You're at the fireside by yourselves, right?
Yeah,
What'd you do after you left the fireside?
some kid wanted to ride home.
What do you look like?
Like a queer, such a queer dude.
You look like a queer?
Yeah, like a fag, you know?
Okay, how'd you meet him?
Well, he said he wanted to ride home, and I thought, dude's drunk, let's just take him home.
And then when did you and Russ talk about jacking him up?
Kind of talked about it at the bar.
And then what happened?
We drove out past Walmart, and he started grabbing my leg, grabbing my genitals, and I was like, look, I'm not a fucking faggot. If you touch me again, you're gonna get it. I don't know what the hell he was trying to pull, but I beat him up pretty bad. I think I killed him.
What'd you beat him with?
I blacked out. My fist. My pistol. Butt of the gun. Wondering what happened to me. It was like, I could see what was going on, but I don't know. It's like somebody else was doing it.
What was the first thing that he said or did that made you hit him?
Well, he slid his hand down my legs like as if he was trying to grab my balls.
When the defense argued that McKinney did what he did because Matthew made a pass at him, I just wanted to vomit. I mean, that's like saying it's okay. That is just like the Twinkie defense where that guy killed Harvey Milk in Moscone. It's the same thing.
No, as much as part of me just didn't want the defense of them saying that it was gay panic or gay bashing, and part of me is really grateful because I was really scared that they were going to say that it was about drugs or that it was a robbery. So when they said that it was gay panic, I thought to myself, this is good. You know, if anything, the truth is coming out. The truth is going to be told.
Did he ever defend himself or try to hit you back?
He tried his little swings, but he wasn't very effective.
How many times did you hit him in the truck before you guys left him where he was?
2 or 3 times with my fist and probably 5 or 6 times with the pistol.
Did he ask you to stop?
Well, yeah, he was getting the shit kicked out of him.
What did he say?
Well, after he told me to stop, most all he was doing was screaming.
So Russ dragged him over the fence, I'm assuming, and tied him up?
Something like that. Russ was laughing at first, but then he got pretty scared.
Was Matthew conscious?
Yeah, and he was facing towards the license plate of my truck, and I was scared he was going to look at my license plate and tell the police, so I told him to read my license plate, and that's why I hit him a few more times.
So just to be sure, you don't like gay people?
No, I don't.
Would you say you hate them?
I wouldn't say I hate him, but when they start coming on me and stuff, I get pretty aggravated.
Did he threaten you?
This gay dude?
Yeah.
Not really.
So let me just ask you, why'd you take his shoes?
I don't know. Now I'm never going to get to see my son again.
I don't know. He'll probably go to court sometime today.
Today? Someone's going to plead guilty or not guilty today?
No, you're just going to be arraigned today.
So, you going to die for sure?
There's no doubt that Mr. Shepard is going to die.
So what are they going to give you? 25 to life or just death penalty and get over with?
That's not our job. That's the judge's job and the jury's.
Has the jury made a verdict?
We have, Your Honor. We, the jury, impaneled and sworn to try the above entitled case, after having well and truly tried the matter, unanimously finds as follows. As to the charge of kidnapping, we find the defendant, Aaron James McKinney, guilty. As to the charge of aggravated robbery, we find the defendant, Aaron James McKinney, guilty. As to the charge of first-degree felony murder, kidnapping, we find the defendant, Aaron James McKinney, guilty.
Aaron McKinney was found guilty of felony murder, which meant the jury could give him the death penalty. Later that evening, the defense team for the McKinneys approached Judy and Dennis Shepard and begged for their client's life. The prosecution indicated that they would defer to the family's wishes as to whether or not to pursue the death penalty. That next morning, Dennis Shepard made a statement to the court. Here's some of what he had to say.
My son Matthew did not look like a winner. He was rather uncoordinated and wore braces from the age of 13 until the day he died. However, in his all too brief life, he proved that he was a winner. On October 6, 1998, my son tried to show the world that he could win again. On October 12, 1998, my firstborn son, my hero, lost. On October 12, 1998, my firstborn son and my hero died. 50 days before his 22nd birthday. I keep wondering the same thing I did when I first saw him in the hospital. What would he have become? How could he have changed his piece of the world to make it better? Matt officially died in a hospital in Fort Collins, Colorado. But he actually died in the outskirts of Laramie, tied to a fence. You, Mr. McKinney, with your friend, Mr. Henderson, left him out there by himself. But he was not alone. He had his lifelong friends with him, friends that he had grown up with. Probably wondering who these friends were. Well, first, he had the beautiful night sky, the same stars and moon that we used to look at through a telescope. And then, he had the daylight and the sun to shine on him. Through it all, he was breathing in the scent of pine trees from the snowy range. And he felt the wind, the ever-present Wyoming wind, for the last time. And he had one more friend with him. He had God. And I feel better knowing that he was not alone. And that's beating, hospitalization, and funeral focused worldwide attention on hate. Good is coming out of evil. People have said enough is enough. I miss my son. But I am proud to be able to say that he is my son. Judy has been quoted as being against the death penalty. It has also been stated that Matt was against the death penalty. Both of these statements are wrong. Matt believed that there were crimes and incidents that justified the death penalty. I too believe in the death penalty. I would like nothing more than to see you die, Mr. McKinney. However, this is the time to begin the healing process. To show mercy to someone who refused to show any mercy. Mr. McKinney, I'm going to grant you life. As hard as it is for me to do so, because of Matthew. Every time you celebrate Christmas, 4th of July, birthday, remember that Matt isn't. Every day you wake up in your prison cell, remember that you have the opportunity and the ability to stop your actions that night. You robbed me of something very precious. And I will never forgive you for that. Mr. McKinney, I give you life in the memory of one who no longer lives. May you have a long life. And may you thank Matthew every day for it.
Me and Debris hugged and cried.
And you were just so thankful, you know, and everybody in that room had tears in their eyes, and Mr. Shepherd, he started crying, and that got me falling, and
This has always lived and breathed for a year. Daily. This has been my case daily. Now it's finally over.
and, you know, you ask yourself, maybe now we can all go on and quit being stuck.
It finally hit me today, the minute I left the courthouse. The reason that God wanted me to find him was for that he didn't have to die out there alone. And if I hadn't have come along, he might not have been found for weeks, even. So, it makes me feel really good that he didn't have to die out there alone.
I'm just glad it's over. I really am. Testifying at trial is one of the hardest things I've ever done. But don't get me wrong. I love the stage. I really do. I love it. But it's kind of tricky because basically what we have is lawyers question from this angle, right? But the answers need to be funneled this way to the juries. So what you need to do is